Okay, so we're done with the UN attack side, and they got hit pretty hard. I gotta say, they got hit pretty hard. We lost quite a few units. We lost, Jesus, almost 6 units on that. So it was just one bad roll after the next bad roll. So we're gonna try our bot on this round, and we're gonna use that. So. Let me take off the cleanup phase here. Let me take off all this garbage and reset everyone to be available on the communist side. And the communists are going to try and strike back at the UN for all this damage that they did. So the UN did lose a few pieces, but we did lose all of this guard around our supply over here. So I want to get back over here and protect that supply, and I do want to start attacking some of these places over here. So let's start with the barrage phase. So we did the reinforcement phase already. I got my 2 over there, and that's on a rail line which goes all the way over through here, but that's cut off up there. So I think as far as these guys here are concerned, I believe that they're on their own. So we have these 2 guys. We do have a truck down here. We could run supply back and forth. That's probably what we're going to do here. So let's take care of that right now. So aircraft, we don't have to worry about reinforcement. We just did. So movement phase. So the movement phase on this particular guy, I do want to run him up here and grab some stuff. 45 is more than enough. So do 1, 2... No, I'm sorry. 1, 2, and he's going to pick up the supply and come back with it. So he can do 2. So we will grab this and make a change. Put 2 on him, and then we'll have 3 left over here. We have 3 and a T. 3 and a T on me. And I guess we will run that back over to here. Not sure if we need to do that or not. Don't you have 5 movement that you can grab supply from? I'm not sure, but I want to practice it anyway, just in case I just do it in another game. I know you have mules and all this other stuff, so just to practice. I don't think we need to do that if it's within 5, but just to practice, we're going to get it and run it down here. So also to practice, he gets 2 that he can carry. However, he can do 45, but he loses 5% picking stuff up, or is it 10% and 10% doing back? Either way, still got enough to run over here and get these guys to supply, and we'll do that. So the truck will be carrying the 2 supply, and then we'll run over there. So this is a movement phase. We have, other than the truck, we got 3 and 3. We're going to go 1, 2... and then 3, and then we're going to go attack that guy, and the truck is going to come along with us. And we'll do, this guy was within 5, we'll do that. So we'll do 1, 2, and then that has a river, that's an extra one, so we can't move there, we can only move here. That kind of sucks. But at least we can protect this a little bit. 5 to 3 against 8 to 4, it's not going to be look too pretty for us, but whatever. So these guys up here, we got a step loss on this guy, and then we have a 3-2 underneath him. We could get the... No, I want to keep them. I want to keep all of them and attack this 8-3. So we're going to do that. Jesus. Alright, we're going to attack that 8-3. Up here, let's zoom up. Up here we have a very nice 12 and a 6, and we're going to attack this guy right here with that. That looks good. And then we're not moving. I remember from the rules that we do need to fuel this guy if we're moving him, but we're not moving him, so whatever. So we'll do that. We lost a step there. So this guy... lost a step. I do want to move in and start attacking with this guy. So let's do that. Let's go 1, 2, and then we'll attack him when it comes time. I'm using my bot for attacks, so I'm just going to line up everything. I'm going to pay for everything, and we use the bot and do all my rolls at once. So thank you, ERMJ1986, for the rules corrections. I appreciate that, and it made me look through the book a little more thoroughly, and I appreciate you helping me out with that. So we'll go here, and then we'll go here, and that way we'll get two nice attacks. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and we'll do that guy there. So we'll attack him. So that looks pretty good. We still got this guy. We can attack him as well. So let's see up here. Let's scooch on over up here. So I've got this guy can toss supply. We have quite a bit of supply. Let's get these guys out in the open here. So let's put him on the bottom and put these guys on top. Alright, so let's see, he has a range of 2, and that is 1, 2 movement, and he can barrage from that, he'd be good. And then this guy has 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 3, because that is low hills, and low hills is 1 still. So we're good with that. So we'll attack him. This guy is not going to barrage. Barrage is expensive, as I learned very quickly. Let's get some of these guys out and moving around. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Go 1, 2, 3. So we'll start wandering around with this guy and get ready to do some inner attacks inside of there. So that looks all good. So let's start paying our costs. We'll start here. So I want to attack here, but I don't have any supply, I don't think. I have a throw here. It's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yes, but he is in the way, so I don't think I can get supply to him. So I think I'm going to reserve this guy. I think that's going to be my best option at this point, is just to plop a reserve down. How many reserves do I get? I have quite a few to choose from, so we'll do that. We'll just reserve this guy for now, and then barrage later. And then I want to... What else do I want to do for the movement? I do want to do a barrage with him. I did all the movements with here. I got a nice 10 toss up here with a 5. And we have some trucks and stuff up here. And we got a 10 guy there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this guy. I don't think I want to do anything. I'm just going to leave it. I could run some supply up, but we'll just pay for cost right now. So reserve. Don't have to do anything here. I do want to attack with this unit. So let me pay that. That is going to be 3. And that is going to come out of this paycheck right here. So it's going to be 3T out of 5, which would be 4 and a T. And a T. Alright, so he is paid for. So we're good for him. And who is next? Okay, we need to pay for, let's see. So this guy needs to pay as well. He needs to pay 1. So that is going to come from where? Do we have a tosser anywhere? Yeah, we do. We have 8. Yeah, that'd be fine. So we'll have this guy here do the tossing. And he only has 1 left, but he's on a rail. And he has quite a bit down here. So we're going to take it out of here, I think. So let's put him back on top and do that. So we're going to have to toss 1 there. So we'll reduce this from 2T to 1T down the bottom here. And that rail line traces all the way up there, so that looks good. So he is paid for. Now let's pay for this. This attack here is going to be 3 steps because he lost 1. So let's reduce, let's see, one of these. We got a nice toss here. Zone of control, that can't go through the zone of control, so we're going to have to toss from above. So we're going to toss from up here. So we need 3T, and there's 1T. All right, there's our change. So now, let's see, what other guy was paid for? Now, who's I picking paying for? This one. Yeah, okay, so he is paid for. So he is defending. He needs to pay 1. We'll take it out of here and reduce that down to 3T. All right, and put him back on there. So he is paid for as well. Now let's go for this guy. He is a 3-stepper because he lost 1. We can toss a 3-stepper from here. It's like an accounting game. Do that down to 1T. So that is a 3-stepper from there. So he is now paid for. All right, so we need to pay for this guy. He is a... No, he didn't lose 2. He lost 1. I remember that got away from me. That's a 3T. Let's do that. Let's do this and then reduce that to 1 and 2T. I believe I probably messed that up. Whatever. Okay, it's a game of accounting. All right, so he's paid for. Now I have to pay for him. So he is 2 and 1. Just 3. So now we're down to 3T total for that entire thing. All right, and then he is paid for. Mark him with just anything, whatever. All right, cool. And let's see. Did he pay for the defense already? I don't think so. He needs to pay 1 for a defense, and I'm not sure he can do it. He is within that and that. He's out on his own. He cannot pay. Okay, let me look up what happens when you can't pay. So we'll mark him as a to-do. Let's see, we'll put him as a red, and then we'll mark him as a to-do. I'm not sure he can pay. He does not have a clear toss from a zone of control. I know you can blanket stuff from here and here up to here, but you needed a unit here because of separation. I don't think you can, so I don't think he could pay. So this guy's paid for, and this guy's need to pay to defend himself, and he's going to use this 8 tosser over here. Let me go down a little bit. So the 8 tosser here is going to toss, that's going to be 1. So we need to get 1, that's going to go from a 3T down to a 2T. Where's a 2T? 3T down to a 2T, okay? And the tosser's going to get him, and he's going to be good. Tosser can also, well, no, I think the rail line can also pay for these guys over here. So let's pay for this. That's going to be 4 and 1. That's going to be 5. He's going to need a truck to run him some, I think. So this truck can carry 2, so he's going to get 2 from the rail and run some supply up here. 45 should be plenty to get it here. And once we get here, then we can pay our 5. No, that's 3 plus 1. That's only 4. So that's going to be an even 1 shot. So that reduced down to 1. Alright, then he's going to be in the stack as well. But I'm going to leave him over here, even though he's in the stack. It's like whatever. I'm just going to leave him there. So he is paid for as well. Let's grab a red thing and pay for him. Alright, so this guy needs to pay for his defense. He's got this here that he can take, and this tosser can get over there. That's going to cost him a T. Now we're down to 1T for this particular stack over here. And the only other person that's attacking is this guy down here. So let's zoom down to zoom down to this guy. And we need to pay for him to attack. So what do we have? Oh, we already have the pay. We already paid, right? We did this 2 down here. So we got 1, 2. Got 2 units we need to pay for. So that's going to be 1 and 2T change. So let's get our 1 and a 2T change. And that's going to be on the truck. And we'll put the truck on the side just for now, so we can concentrate on the attack. So he has to defend himself with 1. That means that we can use this 1T to do that, and that will eliminate that 1T. And because he's on the rail, that should trace directly over. He has nobody there. All right, cool. Everybody is paid for. And we mark this guy as red for paid for, and then we are going to go on an attacking spree. Attacking with 9 and 4 against 8 and 5.
Attacker, option 1. Defender, loses 1. Option 1, in open terrain.
Attacking with 19 and 2 against 8 and 3.
Attacker, option 1. Defender, loses 1. Option 1, in open terrain.
Attacking with 18 and 5 versus 30 and 2.
Attacker, loses 1. Defender, option 1, in open terrain.
Attacking with 16 and 2 versus 4 and 3.
Attacker, loses 1. Defender, option 1, in open terrain.
Attacking with 16 and 3 versus 4 and 3.
Defender gains surprise. Attacker, option 1. Defender, loses 1. Option 1, in open terrain.
Attacking with 16 and 3 versus...
What is the defender's attack power?
3.
What is the defender's action rating?
1.
Attacker gains surprise. Attacker, exploitation 4. Defender, loses 1. Option 2, in open terrain.
Attacking with 12 and 2 versus 3 and 2.
Attacker gains surprise. Attacker, exploitation 2. Defender, loses 2. Option 3, disorganized, in open terrain.
So I forgot to set the terrain in some of these. That's not open, that is close terrain, but whatever. This is just a practice run, learning the game, so whatever. So we did good up here, and then but down here we didn't do so well. So we lost steps on all the red markers, so we're going to have to do something with that. We had 4, and we already lost 1, and we lost 2. We're down to 2. Now again, we have 4, and we lost 1, now we're down to 2. And over here, so we had to sort of eat a bit of it pretty bad in order to get these, and this was just a terrible mistake against the 30. Not sure if you actually go up against it, it's a 30 attack power, but that's OP as crap, so he lost 1. And then we got 4, we had 1 damage already, now we're going to lose 1. You know what? Yeah, we're going to take this one and just lose that one. So overall, that was a pretty good run. We wiped out quite a few dudes. It cost a lot of supply. We're down to fumes. We got 1, 2 up there, and then we got this mega supply depot down here. So I threw these guys into reserve in order to do that. But yeah, we're running on empty for supply here. So gonna have to do something with all this supply. So overall, it was a pretty good run. We used up all of our reserves. We got exploitation up here. We got exploitation over there. And I'm interested to see how the rest of this will go. So I have two items for the exploitation phase. I have this guy who's not around anybody, so that's a waste. And I have this guy who, exploitation means you move at half allowance. He only has 3, and he's not going to be able to do much of anything. I guess we could just move away from these other guys. They don't have a freebie as far as that's concerned, and just move 1 and then throw that. It's the only thing I can think of at this point. I have some nice reserves set up, so now let's hand it over to the other side and see what the UN is going to do. So we have some aircraft here. This is all I'm going to pay for because this is so expensive. So we're just going to do this for now, just do these 3 aircraft and try to soften up this stack right here, which I think could use some softening, definitely here. So let's show you this. If I can lift it, there we go. We got a 3 and a 16. Let's try that. Barrage using 26.
Your supply cost is 4T. Result is DG. In close terrain.
Cancel. That is excellent. So we got that into DG, which is precisely what I wanted to do. Good job, planes. And let me go pay for that out of my big hunk of almost no supply that I'm running on empty over here. What I got under here? I only got 1 supply. Man, this is just terrible. Just got 1 T over here. Do I even have enough to... No, we're going to skip barrages and go straight for attacks because we're running low on supply at this point. So let's set up our attacks. What do we want to do? I do want to attack this DG. So we're going to go in here with these guys. We got 4 movement. Go up there. That's going to be good. For this guy in reserve, we have a 5 and a bunch of supply. And we have 8 and 9. Yeah, we're definitely going to cash that check. So we're coming up here, and we got that going hard. This guy, who cares? I could start moving some guys around. Again, I don't have enough supply to do much. And he's going to cost 1 T just to give him some gas and move around anywhere. However, I do want some additional units up here just to start getting in and attacking. We're about to get overrun. So I'm going to go ahead and fuel him up and just pay my 1 T. And he is fueled. And I'm going to move him. So he's got fuel. We're just going to move him up here. Nah. Gonna move on what? 1, 2, and then we'll hop on board here and have some defense for that guy there. Okay. So let's look over here. Are we gonna do anything with this guy at all? He's got 1. He's got a nice toss. Could do 1. I don't know. He's only got 2 movement. Let's put him at the bottom for now. I'm not sure I'm going to get a whole lot of use out of him. Okay, so that is going to be it. We're about to get mowed down is what we're about to get. So let's go up top here and see what we got. All right, so let's do our stacking here. We got 1, 2. No, we can't do anything. Crap. I guess we'll just go up here. I could barrage. Again, I don't have enough supply. I got an 8 toss. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's enough for a toss. However, however, that's not looking good. I don't think we're going to do a whole lot of anything actually in this turn. Like, not a whole lot of anything. This is looking pretty bad. Let's go down here and get some movement on these other guys. So we have all of these guys up here. I do want to move them around. I'm going to need to fuel him. No, screw it, I'll pay. Whatever. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then attack on that attack. So we're going to have to pay for that. And that is a 3 unit. I'm not sure we can pay for that. I don't know. Maybe we'll just hang out with him. I don't know. We're so short on supply. It's redonkulous. So I guess we could. He could get some. No, he can't get any supply. And the 8 tosser is going to be busy tossing him. So who do we want to pay for at this point? I don't want to pay for that up top. I believe I want to pay for this guy, and that guy, and maybe that guy. So let's see what kind of money we're talking about. We got a 4. Let's move up here. So we have a 4. And we're going to have to get a 4 supply from somewhere. We could do it from here. Oops. Could do it from there. Toss, toss. So we got a 4. So he is paid for. And I do want to pay for him as well. He is a 2. Do I got a 2 here? Yeah, I got a 2 here. So we'll do this 2T and we'll pay for him. He is paid for. That's important because he is disorganized. So that's going to be critical there. Can I pay for this guy at all? This guy down here? Right now I'm thinking, no, I can't pay squat. I have no supply anywhere. Really? Even under here? No, I got nothing. I'm on fumes. I can't even pay for him. No, can't pay for him at all. So we're just going to process these 2 attacks up here and then be done with it, it appears. So, okay, so what do we got over here? Let's move that. So I have a 6 versus a 12. This is the worst decision I've ever made. Versus a 18. Nah. No. Nah. We're just going to go reserve. Going to go reserve for him. I guess we have 1 attack. That is an 8 versus a 16, which is halved. Terrain is now close.
You are now attacking into close terrain.
Attacking with 12 and 4 versus 8 and 2.
Attacker gained surprise. Attacker loses 1. Option 1. Defender. Option 1. In close terrain.
Attacking with 17 and 4 versus 5 and 3.
Attacker. Option 1. Defender loses 1. Option 1. In open terrain.
So I need to lose 1 over here. Guess I'll lose the 8 and 4. And he loses it. That frees up this. I'm not sure if I can capture it or not. We'll see. So up here, I lost 1. I don't know how, but I lost 1, sure. So I'm going to take that hit for that. And then he is there. And I put this guy in reserve because there's literally no way I'm going to do a 12 and then a 6 versus my little 6, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, so I'm completely out of supply at this point, pretty much screwed, and can't really do anything anywhere else. So that is the end of this turn.